Now at 139 pounds, Cary Kolat in the blue on the left of your screen against Velikan Alakhverdiev from Russia, with the team score tied at 4-4. And as you mentioned in the open, Jeff Latnick, Cary Kolat, one of the bright young hopes for USA Wrestling.
Well, he went through his high school career undefeated, 137-0. Went to Penn State, eventually transferred out, and wound up at Lock Haven, where he won 2 NCAA titles.
At different weights.
At different weights, 34 and 42. You know, he's growing, and as he gets older, he made the right move. Now he can settle into this weight class. And he has a world of talent, very talented athlete.
USA Wrestling has had their eye on him for quite a while. He tried out for this USA Wrestling Club right out of high school.
He tried out in the '92 Olympic trials right away. Yes, he did. He's certainly not afraid to tangle with the very best, and coming out with an undefeated record from high school, you know, he opened many people's eyes who thought, hey, he's still just a high schooler, but he was able to compete, maybe not win, but compete on a level with our better athletes.
Plenty of international experience as well for so young. He's won in France. He's won the Cadet World Champion 1989, and he is no stranger to the wrestlers around the world, and that is so very important when you work your way up toward an Olympic team.
Well, he's certainly someone who has benefited from the programs of USA Wrestling, being able to get involved at a younger age, get lots of experience in the international style, so you don't wait until you graduate from college to learn the style. And certainly when you compete internationally, you rub shoulders with the very best wrestlers in the world. Inevitably, you come in contact with them, see them, and pick up all the little techniques you need to know from them.
Right now it is 0-0, with Cary looking to gain control on Alakhverdiev.
And there it is. He's got 2 there, but he's caught on his own back. That'll be a 2-2 trade.
Yep.
2-2 trade. 2 for Kolat for the turn, and 2 for the Alakhverdiev for the counter, putting Kolat on his back.
Where was the mistake made?
He put so much emphasis in getting Alakhverdiev to turn that he was unable to control the momentum afterwards, and wound up going to his back and unable to control that energy.
Escape point for Cary Kolat.
And that is because Alakhverdiev locked his hands. That's the one criteria you need for an escape. If your opponent on top does not lock his hands, you will not earn that point for getting away.
So there it is, 3-2 now the lead. That is the minimum number of points needed for victory.
In regulation.
In regulation, absolutely. With each successive match, the crowd getting into it a little bit earlier each time.
And this is a Pennsylvania wrestler, so you know they're going to be watching this very, very closely. Oh, a nice attempt there by Kolat at a sweep. A little more yank on the arm with that underhook, and he might have had that. Kolat very strong, very powerful.
Alakhverdiev was a bronze medal winner at the Russian national tournament this year. So he is in good form coming over to the United States for this series of matches.
But no passivity calls up to this point.
Now we're getting a warning from the referee on Kolat.
And they hit him.
Yep. So Kolat will go down.
And this is where inexperience shows. For years, the United States could win the takedown battle, but would get turned on the mat. And you can't trade 2 points for the turn on the mat to your 1 or 2 takedowns. It's not going to work for you. And there was a strong emphasis by USA Wrestling to try and improve the parts here, particularly offense, learning to score points down there. You saw this is something which Cary really has to be aware of, and he's doing a great job. Notice the hips, fight pressure to pressure, but not too much. Otherwise, you will roll through. And Barry did an outstanding job on bottom. I mean, he was never even threatened.
You saw the cat and mouse game going on with Alakhverdiev and Kolat on whether or not Alakhverdiev could get the gut wrench. He tried up top, then went to the legs, went back to the gut, and never could get a grip on Cary Kolat.
And that's a sign of good defense. If you prevent the man from even getting his hands locked, that's outstanding. Never mind fight a hold. Don't let him have a hold.
50 seconds to go in the 5 minutes. Kolat on top 3-2.
And this is where Kolat is tough. He loves the front headlock position, and that's why.
4-2 now on the takedown. And now Kolat in the strong position with just 32 seconds to go. 2 more points for Kolat and a point for Alakhverdiev, but he'll take that trade.
That's a reversal. And again, he ran into problems trying to finish after completing the turn. But the fact he got the turn was outstanding. He's ahead 6-3 now with under 15 seconds to go. He's in good shape.
This would be a big feather in the cap of Cary Kolat. And with 10 seconds to go, they'll stand him up. A great flurry of action from the senior from Lock Haven.
And this is one thing about the Russian team I never did understand. Even with 10 seconds left, you'd see an American go crazy to try to get a throw or something. And he did shoot, but he knew it was over.
6-3, the United States wins that one. Cary Kolat coming through in fine form and certainly showing the promise that the rest of the United States team had expected from him, and the head and hands from the Russian coaches as this young Kolat defeats their experienced Velikan Alakhverdiev.